You're listening to Reweaving Systems from Nervous to Regulated. I'm Jana Shalom, educator, multidimensional weaver, and your real-time nervous system master regulator. This is not a podcast. This is an attunement lab and the audible expression of a living transmission called Weaving Legacy. Here, we move through a living sequence, a truth that shakes something loose. Then, the pause. Feel our bodies, the bracing, the breath, the return. We don't regulate perfectly, we regulate together. And once we're back with ourselves, we name the systems that taught us to disconnect in the first place. Because programs don't change people. Regulated people change people. This is where we shift from the survival spiral to the re-inhabiting spiral, where we learn to come home to ourselves in real time, where the sanctuary garden door opens from the inside. If your nervous system has been waiting for a place to relax into truth at a pace that it actually needs, then welcome home. This is the voice of a living lineage. Let the transmission call us back into our bodies. Let the weaving root into our daily lives. This is Reweaving Systems from Nervous to Regulated. I'm Jana Shalom. You're listening to Season 0, Episode 6, Orientation Without Self-Erasure. And this episode is called Intensity is Not the Problem. It arrives on the first quarter moon, a phase of activation and tension that does not require resolution. In our previous episode, safety was restored around awareness itself. We remembered that noticing does not obligate our action. When awareness becomes safer, something else often arises to the surface. Intensity. Sensations sharpen, which is the brace, can be the brace. Emotions surge. Energy begins to move, and many of us were taught to interpret this moment as failure. This episode interrupts that interpretation. Intensity is not the problem. The brace is the signal. And when intensity rises, the nervous system is often looking for direction. Not direction towards movement, but direction towards coherence, where our inner and outer worlds match. This is where Polaris enters the field. Polaris represented as a compass. Not to tell us where to go, but to help us notice where we already are, through our presence, through our care, through our boundaries, and through our honesty. These are not instructions. They are reference points. They do not ask us to choose, to fix, or to move. They simply help the nervous system stay oriented when activation is present. Intensity does not mean we are lost. It means something is alive. Polaris does not ask intensity to resolve. She helps us remain all together while intensity is moving through us. Intensity in the body is not regression. It is the body and the mind reconnecting. And when our bodies are activated, it does not mean that something has gone wrong. It means orientation is asking to be met. Here, the experience is allowed to unfold while presence remains. Nothing is being asked of this moment because presence is already here. Something quietly, powerfully becomes visible. We can be in the spiral and at the same time witness the spiral. In this witnessing position, we are not in a technique. It's a relational stance toward what is happening. We're staying with ourselves. The experience is going to continue as is, but our presence is going to remain. This is what the spiral witnessing protects. the ability to stay with intensity without forcing regulation and without turning sensation into self-judgment. We stay with the spiral, inside and outside at the same time. When intensity arrives, the spiral belongs. Witnessing is done one-on-one. However, we survive together. Our presence is enough. Our threading today has come to a close. This is enough for now. Join us for Season 0, Episode 7, Polaris's Permissions. We will continue sitting with orientation when clarity sharpens and direction begins to appear without the pressure to move. Thanks for joining me at the loom. Until we thread again. You just moved through Reweaving Systems from Nervous to Regulated, the Nervous System Attunement Lab, where regulation happens in real time, where we take a breath, we feel our bodies, not perfectly, but honestly. We notice what shifted, what softened, what resisted, what came online even for a moment. If something stirred awake today, that isn't a sign that you're done. That's a sign that you're practicing the slow, steady work of returning to yourself. This work moves in spirals, not straight lines. We don't regulate once, we return again and again. Each time a little deeper, each time with a little bit more permission. And if today pushed you past your edges, that's part of the path. Edges are where remembering begins. This isn't content we're moving through. This is a living frequency, a lineage-held transmission that reshapes us as we walk it. To keep walking the path of somatic knowing, mythic remembering, and lineage weaving, meet us at Journey the Weave on Substack. And for deeper embodiment and spirit-born insight, enter Journey the Spirit Weave, our paid Substack tiered. Remember, our bodies are not the problem. Our nervous systems are not the obstacle. They are portals we are relearning how to trust. And if just one of us practices coming home to ourselves, systems begin to change. We'll see each other at the next episode. Until we weave again.